times open miracles that I saw that the Rebbe knows what I'm thinking, and I know he knows I'm there. And I just tell you two things that happened to me by farbrengen it. Once, Achron Shel Pesach. By Achron Shel Pesach, by the 4 cases, the Rebbe used to say L'chaim, say L'chaim, say L'chaim, because the Rebbe is the one who instituted the Arpa cases, really. The Rebbe is the one who really revealed it to all the Chassidim. So, once I said to myself, that was the year that we had a fight in Williamsburg, and I was in the college in Des Moines, Iowa. It was a good year for me to accomplish. I spoke in a big shul, and when the Rebbe said to everybody, say L'chaim, I said to myself, and I was a bacher, and I said to myself, why doesn't the Rebbe tell me to say L'chaim? And all of a sudden, the Rebbe turns around, says L'chaim, and I didn't dare to think that just because I thought so, the Rebbe is going to tell me to say L'chaim. Who am I? What am I? So everybody else stuck out their hands, and the Rebbe didn't answer. And then the Rebbe looked away. And then I said, let me see. And as soon as I stuck out my hand, like he caught me. He knew. That was one thing I saw. And another thing I saw was when the Rebbe was sick, supposedly, and sitting there on the balcony and sleeping for 4 or 5 hours, and everybody was singing. Everybody was singing. And the Rebbe was sleeping, supposedly. Sleeping. And we were standing, and we were standing on the other side, and we see the Rebbe sleeping, and we're standing on the other side, and we're singing Yechi again and again and again. And all of a sudden I see my friend Shalom Charatadov take a cup of wine and stick out his hand. He wants to say L'chaim. And as soon as he stuck out his hand, I mean, I'm talking 3 hours, the Rebbe sleeping like this, and all of a sudden the Rebbe picks up his head, L'chaim v'levracha. Whoa! And then he falls asleep, he's back asleep. So I said, let me do the same trick. As soon as I stuck out my hand. So I think the Rebbe knew, the Rebbe was in control. I think that what we saw. Supposedly means that we have no idea. That's what supposedly means. It doesn't mean yes, it doesn't mean no, it doesn't mean there's certain things that are out of the realm of our understanding. And one of them is things that are on a higher level than we are. If we are at a certain level, if the genius is a genius, I think your father is a smart man, but your uncle is a genius. A genius doesn't mean he knows more. A genius means he foundationally, inherently, fundamentally, he perceives things in a deeper way. It's not the same thing a little kid or ignoramus when he sees something or understands something, or when a very intelligent person splits an atom. It's 2 different worlds. So, yes, it's supposedly, because I have no idea in something that is higher than me. I'm a behemoth at a certain level, and I don't understand something that is higher from my behemishkeit, from my nefesh abamis. A behemoth looks down on the ground. You ever saw a behemoth? It doesn't look up. A person looks up, a behemoth looks down. So my nefesh abamis looks down. It looks down on the grass. It looks down on the hay. It looks down. It doesn't know to look up. If you want to look up, you got to use the nefesh alakis. You got to use your human soul, your godly soul. You have to lift yourself up a little bit. Shma Yisrael, Shma Sumar Menechem. Lift, hebt auf eure Händelach, hebt auf eure Egen. Look up. So what I want to say is, for us, knowing that the Rebbe cares for us, besides that we grew up, we were told this way, we knew it that the Rebbe, there's a reason why, Baruch Hashem, we have really no major problems in a general way. Chabad Chassidim are very fortunate. If you will take and look at yourself and the world, you will see that we have a lot less problems with all our problems. I believe so. I really think so, that the Rebbe takes care of Chassidim in every which way. Yes, there is incidents. Yes, there is every now and then a tragedy. Nobody's saying and justifying anything. But what I'm saying is, all in all, like the Rambam says, if you eat right, and you do the right things, and you eat in the right time, and you eat the right foods, and you behave yourself the way you're supposed to, I guarantee you a long life. It's a normal thing. If you behave and you do the right thing, I guarantee you a long life, and a good life, and a decent life, and a menschliche life. But every now and then we fall through. So the Rebbe says, we should fall through, but we should learn from our falling through. you're entitled to fall through. You're entitled to screw up. Everybody's entitled to screw up. But if you screw up, learn from it. At least it should be an education from you. That's what I say to myself. Not to anybody else, but to myself. So that's the only way you could be a shining example. If you could learn from someone the way he really takes it to heart. So l'chaim, it's Chodesh Kislev, and it's a time to celebrate. But it's a time to celebrate it the right way. There's a story of the Alter Rebbe that the next year they were all very, very happy after Chodesh Kislev, and so the first time they went and danced, a tremendous dance, and there was a big bucket of mashke. You guys don't even know what it means to drink. There was a big bucket of mashke, whatever they call it, med, and everybody went around, and everybody stuck their cup in, or their cup in, or something, or their face in. I don't know exactly what happened. Whatever it was, they all drank from the same cup anyway those days. They didn't know germs or these things, and they all survived and lived.
They didn't have plastic cups.
They didn't have plastic cups either. So everybody stuck their hand in and drank. And one guy, when he stuck his head in, his hat fell in. And the Alter Rebbe was in such a good mood. He put the hat back on his head and he said, "The Keva Yeshua Bereishei." The hat of Yeshua of salvation is in his head. Salvation comes from the head, comes from the mind, comes from thinking. And anyways, so the next year he became very, very wealthy. Became a very wealthy man. And everybody knew it was the Alter Rebbe's bracha, that he was in a good mood, and the tzaddik says something and it happens. Because we Chassidim know that everything that happens to us, good things and bad things, we all, the Rebbe, you can make it good. And it's like I have a friend, Yisrael Telshevsky, and his father once passed by the Rebbe and he says, "Your son keeps on writing me the whole time about he wants Ashiris, he wants Ashiris, he wants Ashiris. Tell him I'm giving him a bracha for Ashiris." That year or 2 or 3 he became very wealthy. He gave a lot of tzedakah, but he's not shaykhah really to money. He's a real chassid, and he goes around the whole day doing mivtzoyim. He puts on film with Eden the whole day from morning to evening. It's a very special neshama. But the bottom line is, he kept on asking and asking and asking, and never give up. Keep on asking from Hashem. Never give up. You never know when it's going to hit. I have another very private, sincere minhag that I have. I saw somewhere in the Sefer that when you open the Aron Kodesh, it's like a direct line straight to Hashem. Because it's the gate of heaven straight to Hashem. So every time they open the Aron Kodesh, I ask whatever I need from Hashem. So that's my personal secret and success. They open the Aron Kodesh, Rebbe, help me. Tell Hashem I want this, and take care of me. So this is you say it. There's ways to get to Hashem and ask Him, and He'll give it to you, because it all comes from Hashem. He has to give it to us. So what are we saying? We're saying that it's Yutas Kislev. Oh, so the next year, some Chacham went, and they were dancing around, and everybody stuck their face into Seil Chaim, and this guy intentionally dropped his hat over there, and he didn't get a bracha. The Alter Rebbe rejected it. You know the story of after the Alter Rebbe passed on, was nostalgic. There was some Chassidim that went to this Rabbi Aaron Strasheller. He was a Talmud of the Alter Rebbe. There was the Mittler Rebbe, Rabbi Aaron Strasheller, and he was more exciting because he was more into singing and dancing and emotionally very, very great tzaddik, but very charismatic and very captivating and very talented, singing and all the Pelisher sticks, so to speak. So Chassidim went to see who should they take for a Rebbe. So they came to his table, Shabbos, and it was all good. He was saying Chassidus, very deep Chassidus, and then they started dancing, and they started dancing and dancing like over here, and they stood up, and then they all went on the table, and they started dancing even more, and he also went on the table. But then they realized that his mood was not there anymore. His heart was not there. But he kept on going because everybody else was so at it. So he kept on. But they saw that his heart was not there. So they said, "Adela, Adela, kastarab gave from Tish," and they ran away because the Chassidim were going to kill them. So he said, they insulted him. They said, this is not a Rebbe. This is a spiller. This is a guy who performs. This is not a real Rebbe. A real Rebbe is when he means what he does. When he get a kRETCHMA, when he knows when he means what he does.